Hey guys, how's it going? Octopus here. Welcome back to Union Cross. We're going to be talking about the new banners that just came out for Kairi and Xion. They're falling price deals. They have really good buffers, but a lot of people are worried if the next medal coming out is going to be the brand new Kairi, or are they going to upgrade these ones, so on, so on. I'm going to talk about all that in my opinion, especially if you're a new player. You should probably check out this banner. So we're going to start off with looking at the banner itself. Actually, I was doing a little bit of, this farming for the event coins, and I am so far away on my free-to-play account, it's not even funny. There's about, what, less than a week left, and I had to gather 31,900 of these little event coins. So don't forget that. Also, don't forget your free draw. Don't forget the free draw. But we're going to talk about 12 hours left on Demix. Don't forget that as well. Kairi and Xion here, guys. 2,700 it starts off with, and it drops down all the way to 1,900 for the 5th pull, which means this is going to cost you 11,300 jewels for an amazing buffer. And along the way, you are getting traits, so if you do get extra attack, this medal should technically last you a very long time, even though it's an older medal. Like, I mean older. This medal came out, let me double check. This medal came out, That's a very good question. Actually, no, it's not. This came out on December 6th. This medal came out on December 6th. That's going to be very important. We're going to talk about that in a second. But December 6th is when this medal came out. So it's been about, what, 6 months? Yeah, double checking. Yeah, so 6 months this medal's been around and it's been killing it. It's the #1 buffer, Kairi and Xion. One is for upright medals, one's for reverse medals. Their supernova works for everything for that one attack. So could they make this medal better? Yeah, they can definitely make this medal better. A lot better. This medal has a lot of flaws in it. It doesn't upgrade everything. The supernova only lasts for 1 turn. Doesn't have full buffs and debuffs. So definitely a new Kairi can be around the corner, because this one can definitely be spruced up a bit. Like upright strength could be maxed out. Your PSM strength could be maxed out. Defense down could be maxed out. The amount of attack boost it gives you for the your guilt is only 150%. That can go all the way to 250 or brand new 300%. There's a lot of things this can do, and like I said, the supernova could be maxed out buffs and debuffs with, let's say, if this was 250, the supernova could be 300% instead. So for all medals, you know what I mean? We'll get that 300%. So there's definitely a lot of things they can add to this medal. This medal is not perfect by any means. They can even make a Kairi that does what Kairi and Xion does together. Upgrade and reverse buffs, even though if it's not maxed out, 7 and 7, you know what I mean? 7 up, 7 down for upgrade and reverse. So a new Kairi is very, very possible. It doesn't have to have the new buff coming in, like, oh, strength is up to 20 now and all that, because medals having 50,000 strength make a huge difference to help with level 5,000 enemies. Just having the perfect buffs and debuffs is great. But let me get ahead of myself. Let me just backtrack here for a second. Now, if you're new to the game, if you're not new to the game, and you've never had a Kairi or Xion in any of your pulls, like you do not own one of these medals here, I highly recommend to pull. And I don't care if there's a new buffer coming out, because every time a new buffer comes out, it's not a mercy pull, meaning you're going to spend all your jewels and not get nothing, where this medal with a copycat medal can basically take care of everything for you. If these 5 traits you get while pulling 5 times gives you extra attack, even better. If they raise the buff cap, this medal will take care of you. So I don't care what anybody says. From the 3 years I've been playing this game, having the buffer, even the previous buffer, makes a big difference in this game. If you do not have this Kairi and Xion, you need it. 11,300 is dirt cheap for an amazing buffer. I have Kairi and Xion in every single setup. Always on the first slot, guys. That's where you guys want your Kairis and Xions, on the first slot. Now, that's an older medal, but I don't really use Lady Luck. But again, there's Kairi. There's me messing up my Keyblades, but there's Xion. Xion, Kairi are always on the first slot. Every single setup. Ignore those ones again. I don't really use a lot of Keyblades besides my Fairy Star, Starlight when it comes to my free-to-play count. But yeah, you can see Kairi and Xion are always on that first slot. You need them. They make the difference in this game. There is other ways around it. You could combine 2 other medals that does one part of the buffs and debuffs, and then the other medal does the other part. But if you want really efficient and really good buffer and debuffer, this is the way to go. This medal is the medal you guys should have in your inventory. If you don't, you need it. So new players or players that just started about a month or 2 and you haven't got this medal because the banner isn't always there, this is great. Now let's talk about everyone who's worrying about Kairi and Xion being replaced. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of things just to get you into the idea of what's been happening in the history of Union Cross. So starting from the starting, yeah. We had I'm going to go through the important Kairis. There's a bunch of other Kairis in Sora, so on and so on. There's other buffer medals in between, like the Little Mermaid medal that came out, Sebastian from Little Mermaid. There's plenty of medals that did buffs and debuffs that kind of substituted what Kairi and Xion did. But to start all off, I'm only going to focus on Kairi right now, because if I did both Kairi and Xion, it's pretty much the same thing. They both came out at the same time. But let's start with Kairi. So the first one that ever made a difference for me was all the way back in 2016. This came out on 10/28. So this is when it all started, and this is the banner this medal started off with. It was an epic medal carnival. That's what they used to call them back then, and it came with a 10 mercy pull, but they didn't advertise it hugely on the bottom over here. They left in the description. It says this deal will not only guarantee you at least 2 epic medals, but you'll also get at least 1 of the new medals. And if you purchase the epic medal carnival deal with illustrated Kairi 9 times and don't get an illustrated Kairi, we will guarantee an illustrated Kairi in your 10th pull. So you had to do 10 pulls if you were unlucky. If you weren't unlucky, you got a little bit earlier. Now you guys probably see this medal all the time, but this was a shit back then. Having this Kairi was crazy. Having that was even crazier. But having this Kairi was insane. Like, this is what carried a lot of people. This made a big difference in people's setups. That came out on 10/28. So this Kairi jumped to this one. Now this one also came with the mercy pull. This was released on 2017 on 7/21 from up here, like you guys can see. So there's already a big jump right there. If you look at the dates, 10/28 to 7/21, that's about 9 months, a little over 9 months. We got this medal right here. So this medal came out with even more buffs and debuffs. We went from the buffer, I don't know if they actually showed it here, did they? Yeah, they did. Here we go. Illustrated Kairi raises strength by 3 tiers for 1 turn and greatly recovers your HP. Then we went from that to this Kairi, 0.2, saying raises strength by 6 tiers and PSM by 1 tier for 1 turn. Lowers enemies' defense and PSM defense by 1 tier for 1 turn. And significantly recovers HP. So 2 gauges, all that. And this banner was a 5 mercy pull. It says, best of all, you're guaranteed to get a 0.2 Kairi pre-strengthened to 3 special attack dots within 5 draws. Having it 3 dots back then was a big deal, but on a buffer, it didn't really matter that much. But yeah, so we got a 10 mercy pull for the first Kairi. The second Kairi that came out had a 5 mercy pull. And this is a tier 5. And then from there, we jumped to this Kairi. Now, this Kairi was hugely, like, everybody knew this was coming. Everybody knew it was in JP. Everyone was freaking out. Everyone was like, just save, just save, just save. We saved from 7/21 to 10/30. Let me explain that a little bit better. Let me go back to this one. So instead of saying the 7/21, right here, July 21st, 2017 to October 30th, 2017. We had about 3 months, guys. 3 months with this medal before it got replaced. Another powerful Kairi medal has arrived on July 21st, and then boom! October 30th, 2017. Are you ready for the first tier 7 medal? The incredible Kairi is here. The EX. Kept you waiting, huh? Not really. Not really at all. This came out on July 21st. A pre-version of the notice did not yeah, it comes with 3 special dots. Another powerful medal has arrived. Yes. Yes. So literally 3 months, guys. That medal got replaced, but this is the one that came out. This is the banners that started happening where, like, oh no, our jewels, right? Because this was a falling price deal with no mercy. Even better, illustrated Kairi is available in the falling price deal. With the falling price, the jewel cost will decrease in 1900 from the 5th pull and onward. The first feature, the fabulous illustrated Kairi medal, which will come on their special. So it has all this stuff here, but this is a non-mercy. This is a not. In other words, you won't be able to obtain Kairi outside this falling price deal until we announce that she is available again. So they really made you try to go for this stuff, man. But you couldn't get this in a mercy pull. This was not a mercy pull. It was just a falling price deal. So a lot of people wasted their jewels on this. A lot of people got lucky, but a lot of people wasted their jewels. So what happened from October 30th, 2017 to the next buffer? Next buffer comes in. Kingdom Hearts 2 Kairi EX Plus. So looks familiar, right? This is the, well, they changed it up. They changed it up, but yeah. So This came out on June 22nd, 2018. So now that's a big difference. Now we went from October all the way to June. So now we had some time with the buffers. Now this buffer came out, the previous one, the Kairi EX Plus. Do they show it again? Yeah, here we go. So it raised your upright strength by 2. It was like one of the first medals to do the whole upright thing. Strength by 7, PSM by 6, targets defense down by 3, PSM defense down by 4. Enemy countdown +1, HP recovery, fills 5 gauges. So it didn't max out everything. You needed other buffs and debuffs around. And then this Kairi came out, and she was a falling price deal. But again, not guaranteed. Kairi has arrived with a falling price deal. The dual cost will go down to 1900. You're also guaranteed to get a trait medal each time you draw from this deal. You'll be able to deck out the Kairi traits. It comes with the whole special thing. You also get a 4-star, 7-star per draw, all that stuff. A tier 4 7-star, sorry. And then you get magic mirrors. Even the first draw was free as well, so that was pretty cool. But the Kairi is not guaranteed in this. You pull till it comes out. But this Kairi had everything. 7 up for strength, upright, PSM strength, targets defense down by 7, upright, PSM, and then -2 for its strength. So this was like the perfect Kairi. This Kairi was perfect. This one wasn't. This one was missing a lot. You can see it had strength by 7 and defense down by 4, where this one 7 up, 7 down for everything. And that was a buff cap back then. Perfect buffs, perfect debuffs. So, but there was a big gap. October 30th all the way to, you can see right here, June 22nd. Now, this one got replaced, obviously, by the newest one, which we currently have. And this is the older banner when it first came out. This came out on December 6th, 2018. So between December 6th and this banner right here, June, again, pretty big. July, August, September, October, November, December, 6 months. We had about 6 months, and over here, again, November, December, all the way down to the June part. So it had like 6 to 8 months. 6 to 8 months between both of them. I'm trying to do math in my head really quickly. Sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it does. So correct me if I'm wrong. But the difference is pretty big. Lots of months. And now we are back on June, where they usually release a Kairi. June, October, December, about 6 months, you know. It hasn't been really that much of a pattern. There has been other medals in between, so it all depends. But since it's been a Kairi into a Kairi into a Kairi as our main buffers, that's pretty much where the deadline, that's everybody's worried. Is the new Kairi coming out? Most likely, yeah. But again, when this first Kairi came out, it was a 10 mercy pull, but for VIP, because we're back, we're in 2018 now, guys, where mercy pulls were in VIP, or are in VIP, and non-mercy banners for non-VIP. So if you're someone who buys VIP, you probably don't have to worry about the new Kairi. You've got 30,000 jewels in your pocket, boom, you got it. But anybody who doesn't, you don't got it. So if you're free to play in this game and you're wondering, should I skip for the new Kairi that just came out? I would say no, because of this, because of stuff like this. Now, previous Kairis, again, no guaranteed falling price deal. No guaranteed falling price deal. So you see the pattern? They went no falling price deal, no guaranteed. Sorry, falling price deal, no guaranteed. Falling price deal, no guaranteed. Falling price deal, took that away. Guaranteed, took that away. And just gave VIP a mercy pull. So we might see the same exact thing for the new Kairi, guys. But this Kairi from this Kairi, you guys already know the difference. That had 7 up, 7 down, where this one had 7 up for upright, strength 15. You see the little pattern here? It's got a little bit of everything, but not perfect, where this one had a little bit of everything, but not perfect, and got replaced by this Kairi right here, who had everything perfect and more. So the pattern's there, guys. The pattern's definitely there, but I still say go back and think about this, because we are looking at a new era of buffer, but how big is that going to make a difference in your game? And as long as you get the buffs and debuffs in there, if you have an extra attack, Kairi and Xion, I say just skip it. If you already have a Kairi and Xion, it's a huge skip. I'm mostly just giving a little bit of history lesson of what happened. The history wasn't perfect. There was more in between that. There was a lot of banners that got released, falling price deals, guaranteed, so on, so on. I could show you even more to show you what they did before the new Kairi came out. There was always a banner before the new Kairis. That was a falling price deal that guaranteed the medal. There was always a banner to take your jewels for the new Kairi to come out. But it also didn't just mean we're going to take your jewels, because the new banner that came out did not guarantee that. What they're doing right now is making sure everyone has a buffer before they release the new buffer. Yes, it's a way for them to make jewels, but it's also a way to guarantee people who have just started playing or who haven't pulled the Kairi Xion get it for a very cheap price because they're going to need it. The content's about to skyrocket, most likely. We're seeing medals with 50,000 strength, so you guys need these buffers. You've needed them for a long time, but you're going to need them. And if they do come out with a 10 Mercy pulls for non-VIP on the new Kairi and Xion, then that is just a kick in the nuts, and hopefully they don't do that. Hopefully they don't do that, because honestly, I can't take no more sleazy banners coming out. If the next banner is a non-mercy, that's usually how they do it. It's been like that for 3 years, so we know it's coming. Stock up, guys. Get ready. If you're going to skip this medal all completely, even if you don't have it already, then stock up a lot. I spent 50,000 jewels on Angelic Amber, and I didn't get it. I know a couple of people who pulled for the new Kairis and Xions on non-mercy banners, and they didn't get it. They just had a bunch of traits. So be careful. Be warned. If you don't have this Kairi and Xion, go for it. It's all up to you guys. But in the end, I just showed you a little bit of history, so take what you can from that. If you guys did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the like button. And as always, don't forget to keep on smiling. I didn't just screw up my outro. As always, thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll see you in the next one.